Might not need it.
And just like that, we're back. IDD, Tim back Tuesday, sweltering, stucky, muggy, icky, you know, that kind of shit. It rained. It did. It didn't cool. This thing about down here, rain doesn't do shit.
It just makes
rain doesn't cool nothing off. In fact, what rain does is it accentuates the steam coming off the asphalt. That's about all it does.
It's like Florida in the summer here.
Yes, it is kind of. Anyway, the redoubtable and the Law Dog Alley question. Well, we're glad you're with us on a Tipping Back Tuesday here, July. Is it 21st? 21st,
man.
Yeah. Tomorrow is Big Jimmy. You guys have met Big Jimmy. My buddy who played at Syracuse for Bayheim. His birthday is tomorrow. He'll be turning 53. So happy birthday to you,
Jimbo.
Jimbo. And then on the 23rd is Pete's birthday. So we'll talk about that later.
Pete.
Yeah, he'll be 52.
Peter.
Yeah. Still older than both of you two clowns. But here's segment 2. College football is back. 2 questions. One, before we get into the top 25. One, and this is the big one that we've been hearing about. I've been hearing about for the past 72 hours anyway. Archie Manning is coming up. Now, they are ranked, obviously, in the top 25. We'll get into that in a minute. But the question was posed today, and I didn't listen to it because I was running around doing shit, but I heard it. Does he have to win the Heisman or actually win the national championship, rather, to validate his college career? We're going to go around the table with this. Obviously, his father, uncle, whatever who's his father?
His father's Cooper.
His Cooper.
Yeah.
So his uncle Eli, who he knows well, up on the wall behind us, their Hall of Famer to be, who brings at my expense, didn't win the Heisman and didn't win a national championship. Was his college career a bust?
I think he's one of the best quarterbacks ever.
Nobody gives a shit about his college career because of what he did in the NFL.
And by the way, he had a very good college career. He played at Ole Miss. He was very good there. He was the number 1 pick in the fucking draft.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he was a bust in college.
To say, I want to go to the Giants.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing for
But I think he was looked at as a lot better than Arch. Would you agree with that?
I was going to ask you, where is he on the, he's a distant third to his 2 uncles.
I think, yeah.
It's not close.
Now, Eli obviously wasn't as hyped as Peyton.
No, Peyton was.
But Eli was hyped because of Peyton.
Sure. Peyton won the Heisman.
And their dad.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
But
the biggest.
But I don't know. I think we've seen him in college for how many years? It feels like he's been in college for 8 years, but he's only played like two.
This is actually a junior now, right? He's a junior.
He played 2 full.
Yeah.
He's a junior.
Yeah. He feels that way because they were showing him in high school when he was like a junior.
Well, plus, didn't he redshirt?
He did.
He redshirted at least 1 year.
Yeah.
And I can't get past the throwing motion.
It's like Lonzo Ball shot. You can't get past it.
Right.
You're like, what is that?
It's like, is that you guys do that in the league?
Yeah, right.
Lonzo's doing it in the league.
I know.
Not anymore. He changed his shot entirely.
He did.
Like you see, it's more straight now.
Yeah, it's different.
That was a
you're talking about Lonzo.
That's what I'm saying, Lonzo.
I mean, but
yeah.
LaMelo is.
LaMelo's
still this. Yeah.
I mean, he's just flicking that.
Out to lunch, LaMelo. So you don't think he needs to win the national championship, even though they're ranked, I think, in the top 5. We'll get into it in a few minutes, but.
Certainly helped the case for him to go number 1.
Sure. I think he's just got to have a good season. Like,
just have a good year.
If he takes that team to the playoff, he's going to be a top 5.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah. And they're going to be good enough. They're good enough to do that.
Yeah, didn't they go to the playoff with?
Yeah, they went last year. They don't just go out. They win a game or 2 every year. They don't go.
And then the year before, did they go with the other guy, Hewers or
Rock Hewers? Yeah.
They lost in the semifinal.
So has Arch only been playing 1 year?
He played 1 full year last year. This is going to be his second full year.
Yeah.
But he needs to take major strides this year.
You're asking that question. You're saying, does he need to win a title?
Does he look?
What?
Does he have to win the Heisman? Does he have to, or do they just have to make a good run in the playoff?
To be a top pick, or
they're talking about is he a bust right now because they think he's underachieved.
Yeah.
And I would agree with them, given the hype that the hype train that came with him. Now, to be fair, his last name had a lot to do with that.
Sure.
Right.
And I don't think the kid asked for that. But that's just reality.
No, that's just
I think he came overhyped because of the gravy train that he follows. So he's just the latest one, and he's trying to live up to standards that, quite frankly, aren't fair.
I'm saying
it's not fair.
In order to come back from that moniker of he's been a bust so far, I think he'd have to win the Heisman or a title.
3,000 yards.
In order to not be considered kind of a bust in college.
He did that last year already. So you probably got to.
But it was quiet.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe you got to go 4,000.
The first out of the gate, they go to Ohio State. They fail. His offensive line couldn't block anybody. He got ranshackled by.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're getting run over by a Matt Patricia defense, you got issues. Matt Patricia's a loser. Yeah. I mean, there's no way with the talent that Texas has in that roster, they shouldn't have handled Ohio State's front seven. They were ranked they were right there with them in the preseason rankings. Ohio State didn't win it because of said fucking loser.
Fucking pencil. That's what we used to call it in Detroit, because he wore that pencil.
Yeah, the stupid pencil.
Dude, I don't know.
2 plus 2. What's 2 plus 2?
Really, it's if you're Arch Manning, you got to be thinking to yourself, who gives a shit about the validation of my college career? I need to have a good fucking year passing so I can show the league I can do it there.
Yes.
And then,
you don't want to have happen to you what Shedeur had happen.
Right. People start to question if you have it.
Right. They're like, hey, he was real good at Jackson State. When he got to Colorado, he wasn't great.
The problem for Shedeur wasn't his ability. The problem is that his, one, and this is partially his father's fault, too much talking.
Yeah.
Too much talking for not enough of a return.
Yeah.
Because the Colorado didn't do what people thought they were going to do.
It was a flash.
It was a flash. They were good for like 8-4, whatever.
It was a fun flash.
Yeah, but it was a flash.
Yeah.
And so there was that. And then there was the whole, when he came out, that they built him a room his father built him a room for this draft. But they built him this
shrine.
The shrine. Like, why would you bring any more negative publicity than the kid already has? Like, at this point, it's just, first of all, when you go 4-8, which they did,
is nil opportunity.
You don't open your mouth. You were 4-8. No one gives a fuck about you. You're in the bottom of the Big 12.
Yeah, you got to win.
You got to win to tell you. If you don't, Deion should know this. See, I blame this more on his father. Because Deion should know, if you don't win, you shut the fuck up.
Deion should just left him at Jackson State, where he could just dominate.
Yeah, but see, that's I think what kind of hurt though, because he was always playing with kind of like second tier.
Sure, and he was definitely better than
them.
them.
Look, they had some studs, but when it came to like in the trenches,
they had no offensive line.
No offensive line. Their defensive line couldn't
running for his life, just chucking it up to Xavier.
Yeah.
And when your O-lineman is trying
Travis
to
Henry.
Or Travis, yeah.
Travis Henry was the stud. Let's be honest. Travis Henry was the best player on that team.
What team?
Oh,
Colorado.
Travis Henry.
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
Plays for Jacksonville.
Yeah, he won the Heisman. Two-way player.
Beast.
Yeah,
but now we don't even know what he's going to be.
Well, they're saying cornerback.
Yeah.
He made a lot of. He didn't.
It's disappointing.
He didn't. Shut down corners.
I'd rather have him as a receiver.
Shut down corners, win Super Bowls.
It's just
I think he's more of a Deion, because Deion got to play receiver here and there, but like I felt like he's kind of the reincarnation.
If that kid ends up being the best cornerback in the league,
then it's a great decision.
That's what he could be. That's what
he could be. He's athletic enough. Yeah.
I mean,
you think he's got a better shot to be that than a receiver?
I just know that you win Super Bowls with shutdown corners.
Sure.
You can get around a receiver. Shutdown corners are usually synonymous with Super Bowls. The Patriots won Super Bowls without a shutdown or a number one receiver. They always had a shutdown corner.
Yep.
The Browns have had a shutdown corner for 2 decades.
Who?
Who? Joe. What was that guy's name?
Joe Hayden?
Joe Hayden.
Was he a corner?
Yeah.
I thought he was like a linebacker. Oh, you're probably right. Yeah, safety or corner. Yeah.
He's from around here, isn't he?
I think so.
Where was he ran? I never heard of him.
Joe Hayden.
Joe
Hayden.
He's not better than the kid from Denver. He's not better than Gonzalez from New England, and he's not better than Hunter in Jacksonville.
Dude, this is old. I'm talking.
Yeah, Joe Hayden's pretty. Yeah, he's way older.
Oh, way older.
But where did Joe Hayden play? Well, I should know.
Who was in that era where he was? When did he play?
He's still playing, I think.
He's still playing.
Yeah. He's probably 30-something.
Oh, Denzel Ward was one.
Denzel Ward, Ohio State.
That's who I was thinking of.
Yep.
And then...
But Joe Hayden was on that squad, too.
Yeah,
I don't hear Patrick Surtain. I don't hear...
Patrick Surtain.
Before those guys.
Yeah. Well, that's old school. You talking about his dad or you talking about his son?
Both of them.
Surtain plays for... Yeah,
Denver.
Denver. Yeah.
Him and Gonzalez for the Patriots are the top 2 corners in the league.
Oh, yeah.
They are. And Travis Hunter has a chance to be right there with them this year.
Absolutely.
So I'm just saying that you can win you can get around a number one receiver. If you're going to have a good complementary cast, you can do that.
I've
seen that happen.
For you guys? Was he?
Yeah, Samuel, Ty Law, Grievous.
Ty Law was a beast.
Ty Law was
TRC. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie.
He went for 1 year. A couple years was pretty good.
Antonio
I think we won. I think we won.
Antonio Cromartie had 17 children too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I got another 3.
So I'm just saying that they're harder to find than number one receivers. So his price tag is going to be higher too because it's hard to find a shutdown. They're hard to find. There's not as many of those out there as there are number one receivers. I'm telling you that right now. So I'm just saying that with Travis Hunter, I wouldn't snuff that. He could make them, yeah, absolutely. So, but back to Mr. Manning here. Look, they are capable of not only making the playoffs but making a deep run. They're ranked in the top 5, I believe. So they've got the talent. He's going to have talent around him. He has talent around him. Put it that way. He's got a year under his belt.
Yeah.
Okay. So he should, on paper, be better. He should.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Well, he should. We'll see. He only played 1 real year.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of hard to judge a guy in 1 year. So I don't know, but I would say this year coming in the hype, the thing is, he's not even rated as the best quarterback in his conference. The kid from Ole Miss, you guys know this kid?
Yeah.
He's back.
He's played 1 year. He transferred there last year.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
It starts with a C.
Light skinned guy?
Yeah. He's a stud. He is a stud.
So they haven't released top 25. Was there?
I have it.
You have it? Okay, cool.
I'm going to go over it. I have it. Awesome. By the way,
Trinidad Chambliss.
Yeah, that dude's a beast.
Oh, he's going to get to play again.
Yeah.
So, he went to my nephew's school in Grand Rapids, Forest Hills Northern. Trinidad Chambliss was their quarterback like 6 years ago.
Didn't he have to sue the league to be able to?
He did. Yeah, he's real good. I forgot he got to play. No, he's like 20.
37?
No, he's like 22, 23.
29 and a half?
Look him up. I want to say he's like 23 at the most.
I thought this was like a 6-year school.
It might be because he played D1. He played D2, won national champion. He won 2 national championships with Ferris State.
So he's a man.
He's legit. That's why he went and stepped right into Ole Miss. He was sweet last year. I really was kind of rooting for them.
He's
a little
45.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
I just looked it up. He's 45.
He's 23.
He was born in 19.
He's 23 years old. So, anyway, the top 25, Ohio State is 1. I find that laughable, given they got embarrassed when they got knocked out, and Matt Patricia's still there.
Yeah, but Indiana lost everybody.
Texas is 2. Notre Dame is 3.
Mad receivers. I mean, they got all the skill positions.
Texas is 2. Notre Dame is 3. Oregon 4. Georgia 5. Indiana 6. Miami 7. Bama 8. LSU 9. Texas Tech. That is your top 10.
Indiana's 6?
6.
Well, because losing Mendoza?
They lost Mendoza. They got the number 1 high school football receiver coming there next year.
Oh, really?
6'5" receiver.
Yes.
Kids could be Randy Moss 2.0. So look, Texas is ranked 2nd, so they're a contender, which is probably why this question got asked, because they were ranked in the top 5 last year when they went to Ohio State and lost. So Ohio State won. Okay, but they buy another $20 million roster. Is that what that's all about?
Who, Ohio State?
When they won the title 2 years ago, they had a $21 million was that cost.
His face is crying.
Yeah, and Herb Schubert is crying. You don't know the struggle of $21 million? You don't know what these boosters had to go through, ponying up.
What's Oregon got this year? $40 million?
They're ranked 4th.
Yeah, they're ranked 4th?
They're ranked 4th.
Man, they got big
Dude,
dudes.
that coach.
Ohio State, Notre Dame is 3rd. They have the Heisman Trophy favorite C.J. Carr coming back as quarterback for a sophomore year. They're going to be C.J. Carr. Notre Dame is 3rd.
C.J. Carr played at Saline High School.
Yeah.
Great footwork.
Georgia is 5th. Now, this is the other thing I wanted to pose to you guys. I don't know if you've heard about this, but there is starting to be rumblings in the SEC about they're getting so fed up with the fact that there's no control over the NIL and all this other stuff, that they can't police this shit any better. They're talking about the SEC pulling away from the NCAA altogether.
I saw that too.
What a bunch of horseshit this is. First of all, you haven't won a national title in 3 fucking years. Last 3 have come out of the Big Ten. So who the fuck are you? Get off your fucking high horse. You've lost 3. You haven't won the title in 4 fucking years. Where do you get off? Oh, we're going to pull away and do whatever. You understand what the portal? No, you're not going to pull. Hey, by the way, here's the reason why the SEC no longer has the monopoly of this. Because the NIL has changed everything, which is why the SEC is crying. Mm-hmm. Because now the playing field has leveled, which I said it was going to do when it happened. Now they're talking about a 2014 playoff.
Right, it's like, God,
And by the way,
how many teams we got to have in this motherfucker?
16 is the way to go.
16 is what 1AA does.
That's
But they're saying, you know why they're saying 24? You know why they're saying 24?
More money.
Money.
Well,
sir.
yeah.
Money.
You can have these kids playing.
Money.
just-
And look, you can sit there, and I know what the first thing he's going to say is, well, you're going to have all these blowouts. They had blowouts with 12. They had blowouts with 4. They had blowouts with... There's always going to be blowouts. It
Yep.
doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It's about getting more people with a chance to get a bite at the apple.
Yeah.
Well,
And by the way,
basically top 25 gets in.
which to me is no one can complain.
Yeah, but you have to start that bitch in like October.
No, you don't. You play the same amount of games. If you're ranked in the top 24 at the end of it, you're in.
No, but I'm saying like the playoff would be
So I'd say late November, mid-November probably.
like 4 weeks long, right?
Probably.
And then you could take an extra week off. before
Yeah, I mean,
the
you could do. I mean,
championship.
how they would do that bracket?
They would figure it out.
Well, they'd probably give the top 4 teams a bye. So they'd probably do something like
Yep.
Yeah, more than
that.
that.
Maybe
It
8.
might be 8.
Eight.
It might be 10.
No, because 8 would be. If it's 24, it's 3 rounds. You have to keep the numbers. So from 24, you'd go to
Maybe they'd do
12.
13 on by.
You'd have to do a bye with at least 4 teams to keep it even, because at 12 you'd have a problem.
One plays 24. You see it like that.
They might do it that way. But even at that, you get to 12, and then you get to 6.
Yeah.
So you have an odd issue that you have to have. You probably have to give the top 4 teams a bye,
Top 10.
which they could do that. Because then it's 20, and then it's 10, and then they take the 4 lowest seeds that got through in the top 4 seeds.
Because I
together.
think right now the top 4 seeds get a bye, right?
They do, and that's probably what
So
would
if
end up
there's
happening.
24 teams,
Maybe it's 8.
it would be
8.
more, yeah, at least 8.
It'd have to be double, because it was 2.
Yeah.
It was 4. It'd have to be 8, because it doubled it from 12 to 24.
There you go.
It would have to be 8, which is fine. And then honestly, I would love to see that, because that would just level the playing field more. I'm all for open competition. Look, there's a reason why March Madness is the most fucking watched sporting event in the world and the most bet on. Because of upsets and things like that. You start fucking around with this thing where people can go, I can play anywhere.
I mean, you're already getting it. Indiana won a football national championship.
Yeah. Indiana
Dominated.
is not a football school.
Indiana's has been basketball school.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah, you're
Never
right.
a football. They had no football history. None.
But
now
then,
they do.
But then they were JMU West. And,
That's true.
Well, they're ranked 6th. So
But they had a lot of Trinidad Shamblises on that D2 squad.
they did.
You know what I'm saying?
So
And they got
I would have no problem with 24, because
Legit.
do you know what would happen? Bracketology.
oh, yeah.
Bracketology.
Do y'all want to hear what John Harbaugh's speech was like today? I keep seeing posts.
I liked what he said about, hey,
I haven't seen
Scatterbo needs to stick the landing next time.
Well,
Oh, is that in here?
somebody said, bad day to be a brick wall.
Excited?
Yes, sir.
Welcome, man. Good to see everybody here. Excited?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Feel nervous?
no,
John Harbaugh, new Giants head coach.
A little nervous, man. Nervous, excited, nervous, you know? Nervous like a full game almost. Man. It's like, get to say kick off. Standing up here in front of the New York Giants. The New York Giants. It's the New York Giants sitting in this room. The New York Giants. Wow, it's an honor. It's an honor. Stand in front of this room right now. And I know as coaches back here feel the same way, right, coaches? So, yeah, it's an honor. We've been working, haven't we? We've been working early and late getting ready for today. Today. Sitting in this chair, this seat, getting to work, get started, our beginning. Because this is where it all begins. Together.
Riveting.
Posting that like it's the best.
He's a good Harbaugh,
Like it was
but
the Newt Rodney speech. Like the fuck?
it was like almost so forced. Did I read that wrong? Or?
That's why the room was just
I
sitting
just
on.
think that's how he is. But that
His
would-
brother's like that too. Only his brother's more of a scumbag, but
That
I
would
not
inspire
have
me to
been-
take a nap.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been pumped from that.
No.
The New York Giants.
You heard it, folks. The New York Giants.
New York Giants.
So
New York Giants.
anyway,
It's an honor.
it's an
It's an honor.
honor you turned that off.
In this chair.
So But if you look at the breakdown here, I mean, obviously Big Ten and SEC dominate this top 25. You had Texas A&M is 11, Oklahoma 12, USC 13, Ole Miss 14. There's your boys, Michigan at 15, Tennessee, Penn
State, they're not ranked like third.
Florida 18, Clemson 19, BYU 20. Missouri, Auburn, South Carolina, SMU, and Iowa round up top 25. That is the preseason poll. So obviously it's going to be 12 teams this year. This isn't going to happen before next year. But I thought 16, because 1AA has been doing it successfully forever, would have made sense. But to Lawton's point about these greedy motherfuckers and their money, now that they've discovered this, how stupid they are, they figured this out 30 years later. After 1AA has been doing it, because they're so hung up on money.
Yep.
And they didn't take a cue from their basketball brethren. Why?
We should be more about power control. Like, say, we want Nebraska to win it every fucking year, right?
Where does the SEC get off even threatening this because they can't control the NIL and all this bullshit? Like, you guys have been the wild.
They don't like the parity.
They don't like the parity,
and they certainly don't like the Big Ten. I mean,
no, they don't.
They don't like that shit because. Nope. I mean, Ohio State was okay, but when you got Michigan and Indiana beating you, you know what I mean? Like
Indiana. I never thought I would see the day.
They didn't even make the final this year.
I would never thought I'd see when Indiana would win a football national championship.
Who did Ohio State beat for the Natty? Do you guys remember?
They beat Notre Dame.
Oh, they beat Notre Dame. So SEC hasn't made the national championship.
Notre Dame beat Georgia that year in the Sugar Bowl.
Right.
They lost their two best defensive players before the game. So they beat them. That was 34-23 or 30, whatever it was. And Notre Dame made a run at it to get it to 30-20 or whatever, 30-23, and then they botched a third and long.
Do you know who C.J. Carr's grandfather is?
I do not.
You do know who he is. It is Lloyd Carr.
Lloyd Carr.
It is, and it was kind of a fun picture of Lloyd Carr. He's wearing a Notre Dame hat when his grandson committed.
Oh, did he?
And he was kind of like looking on, Well, but it's kind of cool. But his CJ's brother Tommy they say he might start this year over Underwood. Underwood's had it at Michigan because he's had such a bad offseason. And they're paying him all this money. And they're like, well, if he's going to be like this, they say that Tommy's the guy that and Tom. I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen both the brothers play. Tommy, because Tommy was a sling this year. He's good, but he's not. His brother CJ's way better. So for him to go into Michigan and they're like, Bryce Underwood or him, that should be an easy decision.
Yeah.
Is Bryce Underwood the one that Portnoy paid $1 million to?
Oh, yeah. He's the one that spurred LSU. Game I called, he's at Belleville. They lost in the KLA championship. It was like 2 years ago. And to Howell, which was, they hadn't lost they played in the state championship every year. So it was a big deal. He had LSU cleats on that game. We were down on the field when they were warming up. And I was like, everybody was like, oh, he's probably going to go to Michigan. I'm like, dude, he had Tiger cleats on. They were the Belleville Tigers, but he didn't wear the team cleats that were orange and black. He wore the LSU ones.
Yeah.
So for Tommy to come in there, and Tommy was already committed to like Miami of Ohio. So it wasn't like he was a Notre Dame quarterback.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Slim Rapisberger.
Yeah. So Notre Dame is 3. They got, and I will stand by this, they got bent over last year in terms of getting screwed. Because it's hard to win, it's hard to make a point, and the thing is, they were ranked in the top 10 and didn't get in. And they had won 10 games in a row by an average of 30-plus points and didn't get in. So they didn't, Notre Dame. So they have a chip on their shoulder the size of Lake Michigan. I love I love the coach, by the way. If you guys haven't listened to this guy, this is a coach. He doesn't mess around with these kind of Harvard-like speeches. He's not that dude. He doesn't have a lot of words, but when he talks, you listen because he doesn't waste them. Marcus Freeman is a legit, and he's had NFL.
Seems like a nice guy.
He's had a lot of NFL teams come after him already. They've been to one national title and they were banged up. That this team might be as good as that one and it's healthy. And they may have the best quarterback he's had. Because C.J. Carr is for real.
And he's got a hell of a receiving core. Let's bring us all together.
He does.
You ready?
He does.
Got a freshman, Elijah Burris. Plexico's son.
Yep.
Plays for Notre Dame. My roommate at State for 1 year.
Yep.
That's all. But he's fast as fuck.
Yes,
like,
he
yeah,
is.
he's not like lame. He's not as tall as his dad, right?
He's fast as fuck.
Flexico was
That
6'6",
the-
but
Fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, how fast is he? He's fast as fuck.
he's a 4-star wideout.
Yep.
Yep.
They, you know, and I am very excited to see what these guys do because a lot of people are still kicking them around. Even if they beat Georgia down in Georgia, they don't get the respect. That's fine because the hatred for Notre Dame is real. I get it. But this is as good a chance as they've ever had to win this thing. And Marcus Freeman, to me, he's the best coach in the country. I really think he is. So I think he's going to prove it this year. But they are loaded. The Irish are loaded. And that's going to be a hell of a, you know, and they look to their credit, you know, when they bitched for about a day and they dropped it. You know, there was the initial, we didn't get in, what the fuck, and then they dropped it. But they've used it as motivation.
Yeah.
From the day that selection committee did what they did to right now. They are just chomping at the bit. And I can't wait to see
Leave no doubt.
They are going to, if this team is the one that's going to come out with the piss and vinegar with something to prove. That's the approach. Yeah, that's the approach they're going to be taking. So
they're going to be better this year.
Are they pissing balsamic?
Maybe.
Or is it more of a apple cider?
I don't know. It's actually probably balsamic.
Balsamic. That's a deep-rooted vinegar piss.
Rooted in hatred.
And it's like dialed in because it's great.
It's dialed in. They're dialed in. I would not want to be on their schedule.
Yeah.
Because they are on that team to me is the favorite. They're ranked third right now, but they're the ones that you better watch out for. So Georgia is fit. They had Kirby Smart on today. Mm-hmm. He was all for the 2014 playoff, which surprised me. But what he said, this is why I like Kirby Smart. Because he's like, look, you know, it's better for the game in terms of publicity and viewership. And, you know, that donkey, who's that old motherfucker who can't die fast enough? Feinbaum? That douchebag. Paul Feinbaum can't die fast enough. Shut the fuck up, ass. He's annoying as fuck. It's like, shut the fuck up. Kirby Smart
loves these guys.
Kirby Smart is 100% right. A 2014 playoff, which I never thought they'd utter those words, but when you think about how great March Madness is, what would this look like? I mean, it would be awesome. And then you'd have more teams getting a bite at the apple. Because of the NIL, the talent pool would even out more. And you'd have a true national champion where it's like, the top 25 is basically in this thing. No one can bitch.
Yeah.
No one can bitch. So, and it'd be settled on the field.
And you can have as many as like 4 losses and still be in the top 25.
Well, it doesn't.
You don't have to be a perfect season.
It dilutes the regular season. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It makes the regular season more meaningful because you have more meaningful games.
Yep.
Because you have a better chance to get in. How does it dilute the regular season when more teams have a shot to get in? Doesn't it make it more important? Now you have more big games.
How many times have you seen teams that are like, man, they were really good. They lost 3 games, but they were actually a really good squad. And had they played an undefeated team at the end of the season, they could easily beat them. Like, that happens every year.
To your point, if and when this does happen, because if it's about money, it's going to happen. Okay, let's be honest.
For sure.
13 versus 24 in week 10 is going to matter. 13 versus 24 in week 10 really didn't matter all that much.
Yeah.
It will in about 2 years. That'll be a game. You're like, wait, we're ranked 18th. And you'll be watching all these fights. Think about what it's going to do in terms of generating interest.
Yeah.
It's going to dilute the regular season. Fuck you, it is. That's an SEC guy pissed off because the SEC no longer has the monopoly. That's what Paul Feinbaum is. He's an SEC butt plug who can't fucking stand the fact that his meal ticket is not going to be the toast of the town anymore.
When
that it doesn't begin and end with the Celtics
is quite invested in the SEC.
Of course they are, but the bottom line is they'll buy into this thing quick. Yeah. He's an SEC butt plug. That's what Paul Feinbaum is.
He's a divisive, character that people call in. I mean, he got some real yokos. You ever listen to his show? He's a real interesting cat.
Boring for me.
He's boring.
Yeah.
He's always talking to people in Alabama.
Yeah. Dumb people.
Yeah. Lot.
Slaving back.
He's dead. I don't care. Dig up the grave. I mean, like, no, these people are idiots. So I would be all in. I initially kind of when I heard Kirby Smart talk about it, ironically, an SEC guy going, "Are you kidding me?" That would be great for the sport.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that he said that. He's like, because he didn't sit there and sound jealous about he's like, no, bring it on.
You probably get 5 or 6 SEC teams.
You still get 5. Yeah, you still get your 6 SEC teams in.
Yeah.
But now, like, you have the chance of a David Goliath thing, it'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
At some point it will happen, which is why March Madness is the most watched fucking sporting event in the world. Okay? So why would that, and the money that would generate, if all you guys want are so excited about money, I've been saying, why didn't they just do this all along? Man. And what's the point of having a top 25 if 15 of them don't matter?
Yeah, right.
What does 15 right? Fuck it, we just have a top 10 and say, fuck it. Why have a top 25? Unless you're going to do something with it. This, to their point, would be doing something with it.
Yep. And
I'd be all for that. So, anyway, I like it. We'll see if it happens. I mean, they're seriously talking about it. So we'll see what happens. And when we come back, segment 3, we are going to talk Boston Red Sox. We have to talk about this because 14 games is 14 games, America, and I don't know that it's a fluke anymore. Segment 3, and the trade deadline coming right up. Lady teasers. Teasers of the lady.
Tease the lady.
Tease the lady. I need a drink. It's hot inside.
It's